afternoon, everybody, and how are you? My name's Iris Smith, and I'm the owner of a small business called The Flower Patch. And at The Flower Patch, I make beautiful artificial flower arrangements from door wreaths, door swags, things for inside your home, things for in your garden, weddings, funeral tributes, and much, much more. Right, guys, before we start, thank you first of all for all of your names, because we're going to get on to straight away the name for my purple wreath that I want to call it when I place it up for sale. So before we do that, I just want to welcome some of our new subscribers. And I'm really, as I say here in Mazra, chuffed, meaning overwhelmed, excited. So I'm really chuffed that there's many more of you wonderful people out there subscribing to my channel. It really does touch my heart and put a massive smile on my face. You're fantastic, all of you. So first of all, I'd like to wish Deborah Milo, Heather Malloy, AC, Salim Karaman, Dorothy Villanova, Lee Lapid, Juanita Bolds, Kathy Hannah, Angelique Lindsay, and Lorraine Smith. Welcome to you all, you fabulous people. Thank you for subscribing to my channel, and I hope you have fun enjoying watching the videos, and it gives you some inspiration to make something beautiful for yourselves. So first, before we go on to this, I've got my little box of names. Oops, a daisy. In there are some names what people have left to call this wreath. So I'm going to shake. I would say pick one out, but oh, that would be weird if a hand came out of the camera. So I'm going to pick one out. It's just, they're all tangled up. Let me just do it. Do a good shake. So we're going to pick a nice one out. So I'm going to do this one. This one, and I put the names on the back. So this one is from a lady called Elizabeth Brown, and she has chose Purple Mist. That's nice. So Elizabeth Brown, your words and the name, what you've chosen, will be called, my wreath here will be called the Purple Mist. So thank you for that, Elizabeth. Thank you very, very much. That's a wonderful name. And thank you everybody else for all the names that you've chosen. So that will go up for sale as the Purple Mist. So super stuff. I will read out some of the other names that I've had. I've had from a lady called Monique Layton, Purple Slush. From a lady called Gillian Pierce, Purple Spirits. They're wonderful names. You all come up with some wonderful names. From a lady, Mary O'Neill, Purple Haze. That's a lovely one too. From a lady also called Melanie Shaw, Purple Damson. Oh, that's an elegant name. From another lady called Deborah Seymour, Violet Blush. A lady called Barbara Jones, Purple Glory. I don't know where you're getting all these names from, guys. I couldn't think off the top of my head. A lady called Lucy Chapman, Purple Charm. A lady called Janine 2851, Lilac Dream. That's a pretty one too. They're all pretty. A lady Emma Sears, Royal Lavender. Oh my gosh. Gloria Willis says Lavender Delight. Sandra Rose, lovely lady, says Lilac Glory. Oh, aren't they nice? Jenny Shaw, Purple Nights. Oh, that's rich, isn't it? That's a nice rich colour name. Gemini O'Donnell, Lilac Mysteries. Oh. Tina, Purple Blooms. That's nice too. So they're all the wonderful names that you've come up with, guys. But the chosen one is from Elizabeth Brown, called Purple Mist. Isn't that lovely? So we'll keep that out, and that will go on my website as Purple Mist for sale. So thank you very much, everybody, for entering that little competition. Right, we've got another customer order, guys, and this is for a wedding. A lady has asked me, she doesn't want it big because she's not having a big wedding. She came to see me yesterday and she's in quite an urgent need of it. So I did say, well, I'll do it for my tutorial tomorrow. So she's really wanting it come no later than, well, Tuesday of next week. So I said, yeah, we'll do it for the tutorial. And she did look really worried, so I couldn't let her down, bless her. So she just wants a little tray with some dry foaming of yellow and white flowers to sit in front of the bride and groom. She doesn't want it enormous because it's only a small wedding. They're in a small hall of a small venue, so she doesn't want it high so she can't see over it. She said she'll leave the length to me, to how I want to judge it, but she's seen some of the videos and she's seen some of on my business page, some of the wedding flowers and that, and she likes the style. So we're going to do it. She did say if she's not in need of a bow, but if I feel that I want to place a bow either in the center or at the ends or at the two sides here, wherever I feel, either place one or two bows in, she'll leave that with me. So that is what we're going to do. We're going to do a little table arrangement for the bride and groom just in front of them as they sit at the top table, looking on towards all their guests. So let's first of all go through what we've got. And the lady has chosen, I asked the lady, please choose, I helped her along, gave her a bit of guidance to choose some flowers and also a ribbon as well. Well, for her ribbon, she likes nice, bright, sunny yellows. So she chose just the plain yellow like this. But then when she spotted the deco web, everybody likes the deco web. It's beautiful. She loved it. She says it reminded her of lace. So she loved it. So she wants just those two colours. Nothing else. So, and that is it. So that is for our ribbon. Now for our foliage, and she wanted light. With it being yellows and that, she didn't want really dark foliage. She wanted it to be light and, to uplift. It's a happy day, so she didn't want it, she wanted positiveness. Right. So we've chosen, or should I say the lady more than likely, chosen some light rubber textured fern. And she says she likes the lightness of that. It reminded her of the colour similar to lamb's ear, where it's very light in colour. So she chose that. She chose a few, not many, of the eucalyptus cinerea as well. So we've got a few stems of those. I placed these out last night. So we've got a few of those as well. Now she chose this, and I said to you, didn't I, guys, in other videos, this is fantastic for weddings. The lady spotted this and loved it. Absolutely loved it. So I've had a look at the name for this. I've took a picture of it and downloaded it on my phone, and it came up with hornweed. So that is what it says it is, and it does look like the picture. Because you can photograph, if you've got an app that you photograph things and it tells you what the plant is, and it also told you if it's in good health. It came back in fabulous health. Well, it should be. It's artificial. So, but it came back as hornweed, guys. I've been calling it globe fern, but it's come back as hornweed, so we'll call it hornweed. I don't like the word of weed, so we'll call it globe fern. It's better. But she chose that. She chose, oh, she loved these. She had a really big smile on. Fiddlehead fern. She liked the curls on them, the wispiness. Another lady who likes wispy. So she chose that because of the curly bit. She says it reminded her when she's having her hair, she's having ringlets. So I guess. She also chose some longer fern. Now I've given her, an idea of what I would do with this. Place it on the ends for the length of the actual arrangement as well. I may cut some down. I may just use 3, 4, whatever. But she did say, well, she'll leave that with me to make that decision. So we have got the longer leaved fern also. And she also likes this, what I tend to like as well. She likes the light colour with the astilbe and the white wildflower and bits of bamboo also. And this leaf that I say to you guys I adore, which is very romantic, very light. Oh, there, look at that one. Isn't that pretty? So she wanted some of that in as well. And of course, what do every bride want in a bouquet or anything? Queen Anne's lace. It's a traditional wedding thing. A lot of ladies love Queen Anne's lace. So I've got 2 stems because there's 3 on each, 3 heads on each. So we're going to use the Queen Anne's lace. And instead of the lamb's ear, which I thought she would have chose because a lot of brides love the lamb's ear, she chose the flocked tarrogan instead. She liked the little thin leaves of it with everything. She says it was quite thin, the leaves. I want to go with that. So she chose this instead. What a good choice. And she's also chose some berries. Some white berries that we will place in as well. I don't know how long these are. It doesn't say. But yes, we're going to place some berries in as well. She did choose, she liked the astilbe on the greenery. So when I shown her, I did actually get these out and show the lady those with the yellow in, and she did quite like those as well. She did state that they look a little bit like bells. So she did, it reminded her like wedding bells. So she says, yes, she'll have those. So she's having those. And for her floral, guys, there's not really much floral. She's having 2 different types of roses. One in a bud and one in a subtle open, you know, where the heads are open. And this, the one in the bud has got bits of gypsophilia as well. And that's another thing she didn't have. But she's got the bud and the open one as well. Two different tones with a darker tonal shade in the centre. So we're going to place that. And some of her bridesmaids have got daisies in their little bouquet. So she liked the little wild daisies. So we're going to place some of those in as well. So there we have it, guys. That is our theme for today. So I don't know how long the video is going to go on. It's a stunning day outside here in the UK. To us, 23 degrees is hot. I was debating putting a short sleeve top on. The door's wide open. I've been and took Benji for a walk. Benji was sweating. Maisie was sweating. My neighbour was hot. So we got back, had a drink, and then I came in here. So, right, let's get cracking, guys. First of all, I'm going to wrap this in wreath wrap. Now, for those who have not, who have only just joined my channel, wreath wrap you can get anywhere, Amazon, any florist, any floristry wholesales. They should do it. You know, it's very cheap. It's 90-meter roll, and it's just plastic. It does cover your dried foam and protects it from outdoor weather. So because once this does start to get wet, it will crumble quite easily. So I place this on, and again it's called wreath wrap. So I place it on, and I'm just going to place on a little pin. I've got it slightly hanging over at the end because when I go that way, I'm going to tuck the corners in so then the rain or anything cannot get down the side. So let's do this. Once I go round once, then I start to just go round like this, overlapping that one, what we have here, by around an inch. I tend to overlap. And we just keep going till you get to the end. And plus it's a wedding, I don't want the, you know, the dried foam on show. And I do the same on this end, leave a little bit hanging over. And make sure I've gone round all four sides. Get a U-pin or a floral pin. Or if you haven't got any of these and you're just beginners, use a floral wire. Bend it over in a U shape and stick it in. I haven't got my scissors out. And then just cut it where you've done. So it's like that. So as you can see, you can bend these sides over. So then I get this, bend it over or fold it like it's a parcel. And just go. I don't go over the sides with these. Just stick a pin in and go round. So I do the same. And then I just cross it over. Overlap it, should I say. So it doesn't go over the edge. So it's nice and neat. Just pull and give a little bit of a pull on it so it is tight. You don't want it flopping. So then I'll place two pins in. at the end. Some people use sellotape, but especially if it's going outside, it's all right if it's staying inside. Some people use sellotape for it being outside. I tend not to, guys. I'm not saying that's wrong. I just tend not to, because sellotape doesn't hold forever. The stickiness on the sellotape tends to eventually come off. With the U-pins, they're staying there. They're not coming out. That's just the reason why I do it like that. Right, so I'll place it in there like so. Now I have my what we call pot tape, and this is where I will attach this on. So turn it upside down. I tend to start around the center and place it there. Just push it down a little bit and bring your pot tape over like so. Just give a little bit of a tug, and when you're going over, go back over the tape here. Don't finish where it starts, just go back over so it will hold it. And just rub it down so it places down like that. So that side is holding in and that's not going to come off. So I will do the same on this side. I only tend to put 2 on myself on these anyway, this size. If it was a longer one, a double bricked one, I would go further, you know, I would perhaps put 3 on, or maybe 4. And if you still feel that you don't think it's safe enough, you can go across there and then under. That is, to me, you know, really safe. I don't need it anymore, so we'll keep it as it is. I need those. So that is that. I'm going to now do, let me just check the camera. That's one thing I haven't checked. Oh my goodness, I'm so naughty. You may not see me, guys. I'm going to bring it down a little so you can see a little better. Here we go. So we're going to do, now these again, for people who don't know, I've only got the cheap one. You can get the Easy Bow Maker, which is more expensive. I think in the UK they're around £40 on Amazon, I've spotted. Something like that, or maybe more now. I got this off Amazon. It was only £6 in English money, so that's probably about $9 in America. So that's around all it is. It's just cheap wood with numbers in and the holes drilled out, but it does the same thing. So I've got 2, but on this one I've spread them out so I can place on my ribbon, so my ribbon's not all over the floor. So let me swap them over because I want to use the yellow first. So I'm going to just dovetail by folding it in half and then going down towards the outside. So it's like that. Oh, it's a bit long. Let me do that better, guys. It's a bit of too much of a point. There, and then you have that effect. So now, do I do one? I think I'm going to do 1 bow in the center. So I don't want the tail ends extremely long, unless I'm going to do the waterfall effect where you have the bow in the middle and then you have the long tail ends, what are really long, what you attach a piece there and then a piece there. I don't want to do that. So the lady said, you know, she doesn't want it big, and so I'm going by what the customer said. So the tail end, I'm only going to do, I'll do it around 6 inch to start with. And then what I do in the bow maker, I can do them by hand. If you suffer from any hand conditions like arthritis or osteoarthritis, or, you know, or you get a constant cramping in your hands, it's better to get one of these. It really is, guys. I suffer with arthritis, but I can do both. So twist when you've got it in. Choose where you want your 5 inch loop or your 6 inch loop. I think I'm going to go to 5, and then place it in between your 2 dowels. Go to the number 5, because bear in mind this may sink inside the flowers and then all come up. Instead of being like that, it'll come together like that. So take that into consideration. So bring it to number 5. Once you've gone through the 2 dowels, twist again, and then go to number 5 on this side and do the same again. Once you've gone through, twist, and I'm going to do 2 loops on either side, or I may do 3 for a change because it's going to sink in. So yeah, let's do 3 for a change. I usually just do 2, but we'll do 3. It's a wedding, it's joyous. And then we'll just twist again. I'm going to go through the dowels again. If you're not sure, you see that's slightly smaller. So let me just bring that up to there. That's better. Oh, my yoga class went great last night, guys, and the Reiki as well. Oh my gosh, that was wonderful. People laid there with their own little blankets. I didn't take one because I didn't know you could. One lady fell asleep. Good on her. Good on her. Right, I'm going to just cut that. And then you can dovetail it as you go along. And leave like that. So now some people, you can leave it like it is, or you can arrange it before you carry on. So you can arrange your loops and have them like so. Do the same on the other side. Like so. So you've got them arranged already. And then we move on to our deco web. This is lovely. And we'll just measure with that. Do the same with this, 3 loops either side. All at 5 inch. Just be careful what you're wearing with this, guys, because it does have a tendency to catch on your clothes, especially if you've got jumpers on. Five inch again on these. Twist. And just keep twisting either side once you've gone through the dowels. keep looking at the number 5 so I can check that it's at the same. The loops are all the same. I'm not dovetailing these because they do, you know, they do have a tendency of fraying. So now I've done that with those, I can arrange these, and I place these in between the yellow ones. So wherever you've got a yellow one, place it this in between, like so. You can buff them up, you know, nearer once you've got the fastened. And because I've got that on top, I'm going to add a little bit over. Now this is just a little central loop, and I'm going to twist it, and I'm going to go to 3 inch, and I'm only going to do one. That will come out on the same, the tail end will come out on the same as that one, but once you have that in the center, you manipulate that over to the opposite side. So let's just dovetail this. Like so. So I'm going to get this prepared before. Right, I've got cable tie. You can use your floral wire, or a Chanel stick, anything like that. So just part where the center is, just put your thumb and finger there, hold in your ribbon, and get your cable tie around. Now I have got this is a thicker wire, and because it's going in to the foam, I had to think what it was called then, guys. I will place that across the back like so, and then I will fasten pull on my cable tie. I'm not pulling too tight, guys, because before I pull it too tight, I want to arrange the loops. So I hold with 4 fingers at the back and my thumb in the center. So we all know now that that 3 inch one is the center. So we can manipulate one of these over this side and one that side. So wherever you have, so it should go with your loops, the deco web, then a yellow, then a deco web, then a yellow, then a deco web, and then a yellow. So then you go a deco web, and then a yellow. You do that all the way down. Should go down there. Then a deco web, and a yellow, and a deco web, and then a yellow. So that's how it will be. I mean, you can obviously tidy it up a little bit more once you've pulled it tight and you've got it how you'd like it to sit. So I'm happy with that. So I pull on the cable tie at the back, just snip it off. So I've now got left with this is thick. So what I'm going to do is bring that down slightly because I want to place that in the center. And I'm just going to bend it over at the top. So I'll use these to give me a helping hand. So now that is my bow that will sit in the center. So I will fluff that up obviously once we place it in, but we're going to start now with our greenery and some of our floral. So we'll place that off to one side. So that is your bow. Again, once that goes in, it will sort of like get close, you know, shrink, because the flowers will squash it together. Hence the reason I've done it so quite big, so you can, it won't get, you know, it won't get lost within the flowers. So we'll move these out of the way, guys. We don't want these in our way anymore. We'll move that as well. So here we are. So now we get started on our beautiful wedding theme. So first of all, I wanted to place in 2 of these at either end. These are going to be our length, and these here on the longer side are our width or depth, depending on how you look at it. Some people call it width, some people call it the depth. So I'm going to place, and this is going to be placed in right on the bottom, and I will go up at an angle like so. And the reason I'm doing that, just going up in a diagonal, is because then that sits down flat on here, so it's going down. If I placed it in there, it'd be lifted like that. So going back up at an angle, you won't have to manipulate it. It will naturally just sit flat on the surface. And we'll do that with this one as well. Again, I'll just show you. I'm going up like so. So now that one in as well. Let me just straighten the main stem. Sits flat on the surface. Isn't that wonderful? It's like magic. So there you have that. Now I have these. And you do the same with these, because these have got to go downwards. You're bringing the arrangement down. You're not having it, you know, all high or anything like that. So I don't need these as long, so I'm going to cut these. I'm going to pull off just some at the bottom, because I only want those around like that. And I'm going to take another one and do, I've got a shorter one at all, yeah, and do the exact same with this one. I'm going to measure it with the one I've got in my hand where I chopped it, which is there, and where I pulled off, because I want to make sure that it's the same, they're not different. So we'll put those over there. So we'll do the same with this, what we did with the ones on the length, for our length. This is for our width, and as you can see, I'm going up towards my face, and that, let me just wipe that glue, will sit flat on the floor as well. And I'll do the same on this side. So you have the same there as well, and I've gone right opposite it as well. I could bring, how many have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. So these also are going to be smaller. Again, these are what the lady chose. Just, I don't want these as long. because that is our length, that is our highest. If you had it like a bouquet, it's your highest point. You can't go higher than that. So that is as far as you can go, so you stay within that boundary on both ends. Cut that as well. And then do that with this one as well, with your final one. So you do the same with these. Go up, and we're going here, right on the corner. So they are not as long as the one in the center. You do the same on the opposite side, where it's coming. As you can see now, it's going downwards. So we're going here and we're going down. Again, do the same here. If I can get it in the center. Turn that around. Go up. So then once you've done that, that's the effect or the look that you should have. So then now you get your other ones, the thinner ones, and you use these on the top and maybe around the sides if you wish. So with these, we are going down. We're not going up, we are going down into the arrangement. So because we've got one there, I'm going to place one here, going down. I'm not having it too far up, like so. Do the same on this side. It's twisted. Just wipe that glue. Oh, my goodness gracious me. That nearly went in. Then you do the same here. And then you go here. It's basically like going in all four corners. So once you've done that, I tend to just, with these anyway, just lean them up, manipulate them slightly over. I don't want them sticking up right to the skies. Again, I'm taking into consideration what the lady said. She doesn't want it too high. She wants to be able to see over it. Let's just cut these. So now we've done the four corners, then I'm doing 3 in the center, like a triangular position. So we'd have one like so. And even though there's nothing there yet, that's okay. Two, and then three here. So we've got the triangular position. We've done all four corners, 1, 2, 3, 4, and in the center I've done a triangular position. So that is what you will have from above. It looks nice and busy already. Right, so we'll move on to our eucalyptus. And again, with these are push-ups. So if you wish to have your leaves slightly higher or lower, it's your, you know, each to their own. I want them as natural looking as possible. So now with these, I'm going to go and push that there. I'm not it's above the fern. I'm not going out of the boundary. I'm staying within the boundary. I'm keeping that. And we'll do the same on this side, guys. Again, what you do on one side, you do the other. So like that. And then you do here as well on these two sides. But these are going to be shorter as well, because we're not having them long on the sides, not too long. Just above the fern. Again. And just bend it. There we go. Like so. And then I'll do the same on the opposite side, just above that fern. Again, not going out the boundary, keeping within. Always remember your boundary, guys. Let me just bend that little tip over. If you just keep remembering that boundary, you can't go, wrong concerning taking anything out. That's got its own mind. It's going off to one side. Like so. And then with these, I'm bringing, as you see, I've got one there, one there, one there, one there. Now, how many have I got? 1, 2, 3 left. So I'm doing what I'm doing here in the center. 1, 2, 3. I'm bringing these around the central point. So 1 going down. Very fine, these. See, that's coming off. Let's take that plastic off, because it's coming off as I push it into the foam. 2. So I know this one's going to do the same, but I can't get it off. Yeah. Don't know why it does that. Just get that glue string. Like so. So then you've got, excuse me, you've got that. Just take the glue strings off where I can see them. So that is your eucalyptus in as well. So what have I got? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. So on here, at the sides of these and on this side, I will be placing in my fiddlehead fern. And I'm going to be doing a similar thing. I'm going to be going up. So it will be flat on the surface so the bride will see it. Let's up towards me, and that is out of the boundary, but this is the wispy bits. It's a shame that we can't. There, that looks better. And then we'll do the same on this side, opposite. That stem's a bit too long. I tried to prepare and cut things down, some of them anyway. So again, I'm going upwards at an angle. The lady doesn't mind the wispy bits, so we have to place in these. And I'll do it on this side while I'm on here. Oh, that one's quite short. Let me get another one, guys. I need them all to be the same. There we have one. I might place that in the centre. Again, I'm going upwards so it sits flat on the surface, like so. Let's get that in the centre. It's only thin, it's not going to be in the way. We'll go in the middle of the triangle. Oh, you see that one's coming up. Why did they do that? Like so. So that's now our fiddlehead fern also placed in. Isn't it great? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. I know I've got these. As you see it at the moment, it looks quite overloaded with greenery for a, you know, you think, perhaps think, oh my gosh, for a wedding, there's a lot there for a wedding, you know, of greenery. But again, the finishing touches make it look wonderful, guys. They're going to go for the length. And again, you can manipulate these. So we'll just straighten them all out to start with, and then we'll see how they're going to sit. And they are going to go under there, under the eucalyptus. Let's just... And again, I'm going at an angle. So it's going down onto here. So again, I'm just straightening all the floral and everything up before I manipulate it. Under here again, up to an angle, staying within the boundary of the longest point. Yeah. Right, so now they are in there. And for the little bits that I've got out, got that and that. I don't know what made me... No, them two. Was that one for the centre? Yes. I had to think then. And then them two for the sides. So let's get those in. I'm going to tape this up. I don't want it to be loose. So I've got my tape, my floral tape, and I'm going to go and tape these two together because they come apart. So we'll keep them together. I go back up. For you guys who not, you know, never see my videos, I go back up. So I've done it twice, gone over it twice. Oh, there's one here too. You know, just for that extra support. Sometimes I've done it where I've only gone down the stem once and ripped it off at the bottom, my floral tape, and I've gone back to it and it's torn or the stems come through it. So now I go and I double up with the floral tape. So there we have that. So I'll place these. I'm placing these on the top. I'm not placing them underneath like the ones that I've just done, because oh my goodness, I can't get that off. Here isn't as wide, so I'm going to place, let me just, if I can get it in. I'm pushing it down. And I'll show you with this one. I'm going on the top here, going down like so, vertical, and then I'm bending it. But I'm going to keep going down till I think it's enough. And then just bending it over like so. So now let's just fluff these ones up. And what I'm wanting to do with these, I've got the astilbe in the centre, and I want the two flowers around either side here, so they look like they're placed at the side of each other. Like so. You'll still be in the centre. So like that, guys. Let's just lift that back up. There we have it. Don't want this as long. So this can also go in the centre with the fiddlehead fern. Push it. And again, I'm not having it too high, so I'm pushing it quite deep in. And I'll attach the fiddlehead fern within it, so it looks part of it. Oops, a daisy. So like so. So it looks like now on above like that. It looks quite a lot of greenery. I think the softness of everything will start to come once we start adding our floral. And again, I've got 4 of these, and I want these here because we have our roses. So let's get this astilbe in as well. I'll place these on here. I think the lady said that she, her bridesmaids and everything was all like in white meadow effect with slight bit of lemon, and she wanted a show me a picture of the layout, and it's beautiful. It's very cottagey, very, you know, sort of like an English cottage garden effect. I think that's hence the reason the lady picked all of these. So we're placing these in. And again, I've got 1 left. So whether I place that in the centre, I don't know. So I'll hang that onto that one. Let's have a look at these berries. Because if these don't go, I will get the others out. Yeah, they do. I'm going to say these are wedding berries. But sometimes I've found they just don't seem to suit them. Some things you get. How many do you get? 1, 2, 3. You get 5 little sets of sprigs of berries and 1 stem. I won't be using it and placing it in like that. I will be chopping away at it. So, and oh, and they're on paperback as well. So, I forgot about that. They are on paperback, so I can place them with one of their leaves that they come with. So again, I will need to, is it the light green or dark? It's the light green. So I've got the light green tape out. So I will place those together. I haven't prepared these because I didn't know how many I'm going to need of these, and they're new. I won't go back up on those because the wire on them is extremely thin and it's not needed. I need, oh, there's only 3 pieces of leaf. Yes, the wire, guys, is extremely thin. I don't know if you can see. So it's not needed to double up. And all I'm doing is just placing the white berries on top of the leaf. And then I'm placing my floral tape just under there. So I've got movement to be able to manipulate it. I'm not going right under. And then I'm just going down to the bottom. Once I get to the bottom, snip it, well, not snip it, pull it. So let's get this one. Do the same with this. And because it's on paperback, if there's any, you know, loose paper on it, I do pull it off. You know, you don't want the bride noticing that you've got bits of paper with it being on paperback, you know, coming off. So I do want, if I'm being honest, 5. Let's get all this, because that is what happens when you pull it off. You get that, and the bride doesn't want to see that on a special day on her flowers. You know, that's just not right. So I pull that off. I tidy it up. So then it becomes like so. Make it neat, but then I still put the tape on because I don't want it, the rest of the remaining tape that is on paperback, sorry, that is on the stem, to peel off. So I cover it with tape to keep it secure. It's just one of my pet hates, guys. If I see anybody leave it on and don't cover it, it's a pet hate of mine. You know, it might sound like you know, I'm fussy, but you're doing it for a, you know, a customer, somebody on the special day. It doesn't matter if it's not the special day, it's a customer. You have to take that into consideration, I think. Right, so there's 3 without leaves. So what I'm doing, because there's 3, oh no, there's 3 with leaves. So I'm going to place 1 with leaf there, and then instead of putting one opposite or anything like that, or even there, depending on where I want to place it, instead I could put 2 opposite there and then 2 plain opposite there. So that is what you do with those. Again, I shall hold on to them. Here's my cat, guys. I knew it wouldn't be long, because we've also got to still take into consideration that. What? So I'm taking that into consideration. So let's start placing some of our floral in. Now I want to place, where you've got these here on the ends, I want 2 longer ones where they're open up there, you know, down at the lower length, the lower height. Have you been eating fish again? I can smell fish on your breath. You stink. Let's because I've left the door open for him to come out, guys, because it's nice weather. So that is how I'm placing that one. Oh, Marley. For you people who don't know, this is my cat. He's licking his chops, so I think he's eaten. This is my cat. He likes to be here to make himself a nuisance. So you've got your roses now on the ends of your arrangement. So keeping within using these roses, I'll take the band off. All those bands are rubbish. So keeping within these, I now want one here and then here. Oh, I've just snapped that. Oh, you naughty boy. Right, I felt that right on my face. Oh, Molly, I bought you a new ball. It's a bit girly colour. It's got blue in it. I can't help but buying little toys, guys. Whether I'll play with it or not, I don't know. So, I'm going here, in between the two astilbes, like so. These have got rubber stems, so I'm just cutting the rubber, going all the way around in a 360 position, or you know, not cutting the inside of the wire. You can feel the wire on the inside. Pull that off. And then go on the opposite. Like so. So then with these two, I want here. I think that's a lovely thing to have, is an English country theme, cottagey theme for a wedding. How romantic. What joy. I love anything like that. Stop licking. Oi. You've been in the mud. He's been lying in the mud, guys. He's got it all over him. Oh, Miles. Wait, why have you been lying in the mud? In the dirt? Oh, my good gracious. Oh. What have you been on? You've been under that eucalyptus. Not eucalyptus, sorry, bamboo. You have. He hides under that bamboo for some reason. Right, so I'm gonna place that one there. I'm gonna cut this one a little bit more. And I'm going to place that one also there. Like so. I'll get these buds. Move out my way. Smelly. Let me just get one thing. Molly, I've got you a toy. Now be nice. I've got him a toy, guys. I can't help myself. Play with that. He'll sniff his nose up at it. He'll play with it once he's inside. Right, we're getting the buds now and we're placing them down here. Like so, in each corner again. I can get them off. So what I've done that side, I'll do that side, and so on and so on. So I'm going to keeping again within the boundary. Doesn't it make a difference when you start adding your florals? Make it so pretty. And then place one in here, and I'm keeping again within the boundary. And if you're not sure if it's far, if you know, right out, look at the one in this side, stand above it and look at the one on the opposite side to see if that's gone out as far, you know, the same. And I've got two. What was I've learnt on that one? With these, I'm going in here like so. With that one, and then I'm going on the opposite side and I'm doing the same with that. I don't need that, that's got a bit of gypsophilia. I think I'll place that in a little bit later. These I'm going to be placing around, I can't get them out, the bottom area as you can see, or in between and also around. These are fantastic for weddings. But let's get in, because there's still, as you can see, if you look at it now, from above there, lots of room, and under the bottom. So we've got the tarrogan for that. We've got what I'm going to call it glow fern. It's a better name than what did I say it was? Hornweed. So, you know, doesn't that look subtle? Nice colour. And if I feel, you know, and obviously the bow. In fact, let's have a look with the bow in. Let's find the central point. Like she said, she'll leave it up to me. I might not even like the bow in it. It might spoil it. That. Ali, stop scratching every time you're here. Let me just cut these tail ends because they are in the way. I don't know whether I like it or not. Ollie, stop it. Sorry guys, but it does it a lot. It's because it's been in the garden. Go. In fact, I'm going to do it like that. Let me stand above, guys, because then I can see it better. No, I don't like it. I really don't like it above. So then we may have to place 2 here. I don't like it above, guys. I had to try it. Oh, that spoils it. It spoils what we've got already in the centre. I can place easily another rose in there, but no, that spoils it. Even if you may place them on the ends, but on the centre it's just not right. So if that's the case, let me get a rose to place in the centre, guys. I'll get one. I don't know whether it will be long enough now. Let's see. Yeah, it's sometimes you can tell just by adding the odd thing. And that just didn't look right at all. So we may have to make it again. We may have to make it again. Sorry, I'm starting to... Oh, here we go, guys. I'm starting to burst out in song. Let's just turn that around. The lady did ask for these. So I'm placing these above, just some of them anyway, for now, above the astilbe. And as you can see, I'm just going above the astilbe. Like so. See you later. Have a good day at work. Are you getting your own thingy, George? Yeah. Okie dokie. Yeah. See you later. It's my son going to work. So that is like that. I think I may end up placing a few down here as well. We need them down at the bottom. And let's place in these while we're thinking about it. Right, so I'm placing these on each corner, like I said. So because it's got a plain one there without any leaf, then to balance it out, I don't put one next to it. I go over in the opposite corner and place one there as well. Like so. And I do the same with the ones with the leaves, like there. Just in the corner. Oops, I've just got some glue gun what's just followed me all the way over. Like that. Now it's looking a bit more bridal now, guys, as you can see. Queen Anne's lace. Let me get a couple more of those. Oh, I'll just bring a bunch. Snip away at the bunch. So I'm going to place one there, one here, and then on this side as well. But I do also need a bit of this white daisy, so I may place one at the bottom here in the center point. So let me just cut that a little bit shorter. I'll place this one on this side first. So you've got a bit of daisy down at the bottom. And I'm placing these under the rose, just here. So you've got it down here. So then I want 4 for each corner on the bottom. So we don't need those. And I don't want these again sticking out too far. I want to keep within the boundary. Just so I'll cut all these the same. Yeah. So we're going to go under the rose bud, or shall I? Yeah, I'm going to go under here. Just bring that there. And again with these, I'm going upwards at an angle, so they sit flush on the surface. So then that's like that one. Just cut that. What time are we on? And then do the same on this side. Go upwards at an angle. So then it sits on the surface. So that is those all in. So now we have our Queen Anne's lace. I've got some more roses out, guys, just in case. So I'm going to place the Queen Anne's lace on top. So where's the 2 longer ones? Oh, here. Don't you just love Queen Anne's lace? I've got this on my garden. It doesn't grow this good. So I've got the 2 longer pieces, so I can either bring the 2 longer pieces down on the bottom here, just sitting, as you can see there, in front of that rose to set that rose off. So that's what them 2 longer stemmed ones are going to be used for. And then I've got 4, and I'm going to place these in each corner above, like so. So we'll get those in first. I'm bringing them down on the level of these, not up here. Oh, maybe I need to cut that one. So now that is it with the Queen Anne's lace at the top. Oh, I would have liked to have had a country wedding, country cottage themed wedding. Wouldn't it be nice? So these are going under the rose, but above the fern, and I'm keeping them, if I can get it sitting correctly, like so. That's how that is going to sit. So the rose is leaning on. I'll do, oh my goodness, do the same with this one. That would do exactly the same under the rose again, and sit that one just slide there. Oh, hi, Hub.
Hello.
Oh, thanks. So we've done the same to that one as well. So that is it from above, where you have the 4 Queen Anne's lace there, and then you have your Queen Anne's lace at the bottom. So we don't need that one. Now let's get some of our tarrogan. Some of these are actually on stems, so I may have to place on picks, and then these as well. I've not got many. I may have to put some of these on picks as well, guys. Oh my goodness, I haven't known. Oh, there's some there. So, like so. I think personally it's needing something for like thicker filler foliage. It could end up, especially down here, or another rose, because this is a different shade rose. Well, not much, but it's, oh no, it's too small. I don't want the smaller rose there, so it may have to, we will combat it. Right, let's get these in. But that's, well, I think we're going to more than likely put the ribbons here instead. So let's get these in. I've lost me. Oh, it's here, look. Right in front of my eyes. So what I'm going to do with the globe fern. Again, these are beautiful for weddings. And I'm going to mirror image every one of these, what I'm doing. So that's there. Like so. Let's cut that one. Right, let me place some of these on picks. 1, 2, 3, and that's all I do is just pull them off the main stem. Dip them in, dip that in. I think I've ordered some more of this. I can't quite remember. I just sit there, guys, and I just order. Sometimes I order because I don't even need it. I just order it and think, well, if I just have it, I've got it. So I'm placing these under here as well, where the side where the bow's going to go. Yeah, they are a beautiful thing to have. A lady that I did a bouquet, a wedding bouquet, she had these in hers. She adored them. Alright, let's, similar thing for these. Tarrogan, that's quite wedding-y, very wedding-y as well. I may actually place in some lambs here, even though the lady didn't ask. And I'll just explain to her it needed something extra. We'll see once we've got the bows in. So I'm placing these just at an angle, a diagonal position, so they look like they're coming out. Right, I'm going to hang on a minute. We need to sort this bow out, guys, because that needs filling up drastically. So what I do is just unclip it. Get my bow maker back out. And I'm going to make it smaller. Now you've got two choices. If your bow is too crinkled up, steam it to get your creases out, or just keep pulling on it and stretching it. Right, I'm going to do these smaller because they're at the bottom, so we're going to do these at 4 inch. So I'm going to do 2 loops on either side of this one. So we're going to place that there. Oh, sorry, my husband's bought me a cup of coffee in. So that's one loop there. Scissors, and I will that's what I've got left from that one. And I'm just fluffing up. I'm trying to do it the speed I would if I wasn't on camera, guys, for these. I'm just folding these over and dovetailing those at the ends. Just doing 1 loop. This will be much smaller. Like so. And that there. Cable tie, do the same thing. And if you haven't got any a thick wire, oh my good gracious me. Just use some floral wire. I'll show you how to do it with just floral wire. I tend to get 2 pieces if it's going into Oasis or dried foam. Just bring them through at the back. Just do that like I did, hold it, and then just manipulate all your tail ends into a position where you'd like them to sit. So again, it's yellow, deco mesh, yellow, deco mesh, yellow, I can get it here, deco mesh, yellow, deco mesh, and like so. And then the one in the center, that's just covering basically your mechanics. That's the reason I place that in the middle, to cover the mechanics, so then you have that effect. So then now I'm happy with that. I'll pull that tight, cut the cable tie at the back, then I'll get my floral wire. I do tend to get it both the same length, and as I've got it like that, as you can see in my hand, I will cross it over and then I will twist my bow, and then once I've twisted it a few times I will just wrap one round all the way to the bottom, or as far as it will go, or until you are happy, and then cut off that. So then you have that, and then that sticks then into your foam. So now everything's all tight, you've got your stem on it, fluff your bow back up. I think that one's supposed to go there, so let's just put them back in the right position. Better. Like so, and that, as you've done it like so. I will make another one because we are having two. Sorry if this video has gone on, guys. I wanted to show you a step by step again. So then I wanted to go under this rose and above that one. So with this I would place it like so, and again if I just sit it in, I will glue it, and then you get it how you want it to be. So you bend that because that's in the way. Like so. I can't really see from this side. I want to cut, but that's a bit long. There's a lot of tweaking with the bow. So then that'd be one end of your ribbon. So then now we have to do mirror it and do the same with the other. So we'll do the same on the other end as well. I'll try and do it as quick as possible for this, guys. And again, we're doing this 4, so I'm going to do it perhaps around the speed that I would if, you know, again, if I wasn't on camera. Let's just lengthen that a little bit more. This does tie up with it, so you know, if it catches, as much as it's great stuff and it looks fabulous. Again, when you do it, it'll be the yellow, the deco mesh. If I could get my hands in. Yellow. Then manipulate your deco mesh down here. Then the yellow, that's the centre. Can't get my fingers in. And the yellow deco mesh, yellow deco mesh, like so. And then do the same, just lift it up. Again, if you're going to use it, I tend to use, if it's going into foam anyway, just two, unless you've got thicker wire. So then this is where I manipulate my loops and everything. Before I pull on the rest of the cable tie. So let's pull that off. And I tend to twist a few times, but then I wrap the rest around so I get to the bottom. So I will let me glue that one and place this one in. And then now I can fluff it up. Let me get these out of the way, guys. I don't like mess. I just don't like mess. Or I don't like things in my way. I like space. I say space, it's like having a clear mind and you can, everything's not there and you know what you're doing, so to speak. cut that a little bit, it's a bit too long. So that's one end. So I need to glue this in, guys. I can't not glue this in. So that's the other one in. So at least now I'm peace of mind for myself. I know they're going to stay there. That one's a little bit long too. So you've now got both of your ribbons in either end, so that will sit lovely on your table. Sorry about that, guys. Now we can fill in with the rest. So now you just check your work, and I can see this. We need things around here, so I'm going to get, let's have a look. Let's have maybe a few bay leaves, not bay leaves, or I could use willow. So there's going to be, I've got some oddments here, let's see. I've got to take into consideration what, I keep seeing my cat's out there, he's just sat there. What we've got too much of and what we haven't. If we've got, because we've got a lot of, we're going to have a lot of, it's quite light. I have to take that into consideration, that it's not going to look too light. But I've also got to take into consideration it's a wedding. I need to chop. Let's just see. I don't know about the ficus. I don't know about the ficus. Sorry guys, I'm at a standstill where I can't make a decision. Let me think what would look nice with that. Where's those buds? I've got some rose buds. Let me get four white rose buds. Just 4. Yeah. I knew something, it needed another floral. I didn't want to put too much yellow because it's got a lot of yellow. So I want to add a bit of white. So then that is under here. That needs to go in a little bit more. Then I turn that around, cut those, do the same. So I think we need a few more of these. How many of those? 1, 2, 3. Let me place these in the centre to give it just a bit around the rose. 1. 2. Right. We've got these little bits of fern left, but I'm going to stick in as well for the filler. And later, in fact, where is it? Oh, they're here. I was just looking for them. Let me sit that down. Oh, I hate to think how long I've gone on chatting away, guys. I'm ever so sorry if it's gone on exceptionally long. It's because I've been doing the bows and I'm trying to explain. I know some people say, oh gosh, your videos are really long. But if I was doing a tutorial in person, it would be exactly the same. The tutorial would be also going on for this length of time because I'm one of these, I like to explain. I like to get in what I'm doing. I like to, you know, explain for people who've never done it or who are just starting out, you know, so it makes simplify things and show them easier ways of doing things. And I do things like this. But when again, like I say, when I'm not on camera, it's totally different. The speed is totally different. I like to help. I like to help people. So when I help people, I slow down. You know, it's weird, isn't it? What you do. But I find that by slowing down, if you're going to rush it, you know, then it's just, people are going to just get confused. They're going to miss what you say, or, and it, you know, it's just not fair for them. That's how I look at it. Let's get one there. I can't see. So all I'm doing is just filling it in with tarrogan. I'm not doing anything really any more than that. This is just to give off that little bit of softness, a different contrast towards any darker foliage that you may see. What's that? Right, I'm just placing in a little bit of ficus around the bottom. And this is just being like, just to fill in that, those little bits, what you may see, or the bride or groom may see as they sit. And I'm just going all the way around at the bottom. I'm just lifting it up if I can. I'm just filling that bit in. So if you see it like that, so if I just cut off several pieces, these are my oddments. I don't mind adding these in for the bride. I wouldn't charge her for the oddments. So if I just lift up again, it's knowing where to grab. And I'm just as well going under there. So yeah, if you just pick it up in your hands, and just grab it and then try and see if you can just place things all around the bottom like you'd be filling it in. I'm not placing any of this at the top, the ficus, it's just staying at the bottom, and I'm trying to keep within the boundary as well. I always take that into consideration. You can tend to see quite a few bits at the bottom what need to be filled in. I have to make sure that I'm going round correctly. some here. Again, just go round and round until you filled it all in. I've got still some little bits that I've missed. I'm just basically double checking. Got one there, and that should be it. So that, I think, guys, is enough. Again, just fluff the bow up. Like so. So this would sit on the bride and groom's table in front of them like that while they're eating the meal and they're looking upon their guests. And after they finish, they could take this home and place it on their table, on their dining table, or maybe on a cabinet, or as they walk in and the entrance, you know, to their home. It could be placed there as well. Or anywhere, really, anywhere where they wish to, you know, place it. So again, sorry that went on for a while, guys, and I couldn't make my mind up about things. But it's a customer order, and I like to get them right. And I think, you know, with the lady saying she wanted like a cottagey, an English cottagey theme, and pale colour lemons. That we've done that, and I will again, I mean, the ladies picked the flowers, so we had to make it to what the lady had chosen. So I think the only thing that gave us the trouble was the bow, so if anything. But other than that, guys, I think we've accomplished it. So I hope that's sort of like giving you an idea. I used to be frightened to do weddings because of, you know, how extreme they can be or may need to be. You know, and how sometimes the bride, and especially, you know, the bride, it's more the bride than anything, wants it to look like. So again, I hope that's helped you on that side, how it goes down from the here and then it just goes down into, like, you know, a crescent or half oval shape, and then it doesn't, I don't go above the boundary, I stay within the boundary of everything that I'm doing. So again, please subscribe, share and like, and if you want to give it a go, just do it on a smaller scale if you wish. Just try and give it a go, and if you are venturing into doing weddings and want to do that sort of thing, you know, think of the lovely pastel colours, or the softness, the romantic colours, or anything really, because brides will have all sorts of colours, guys. I've done blue, I've done maroon, I've done burgundy, you know, I've done yellow, you know, I've done red, I've even done orange. Now that turned out fabulous. Duck egg blue's another one that I've done. So there's a lot of blues and greys that people are wanting at the moment. So if you want to, you know, try and give it a go, again, like I say, on a smaller scale, please give it a go. You know, it's you'll never learn if you don't try, and that's the only way I did it, is by learning. Well, I had to learn, didn't I? But if you don't do it, how can you ever venture into doing weddings if you don't give it a go? So that's how I look at it. So again, I think it's a beautiful, nice, refreshing colour, and it's a refreshing time of their life, isn't it? It's glorious, really joyous. So I hope that again that you enjoyed it. Please subscribe, share and like. I will do a small close-up. I hate to think how long I've been doing this. That's bothering me at the moment. But again, I hope you enjoyed it. I won't see you tomorrow because Fridays is my busiest day, and I will be back on Monday. And again, for the lady Elizabeth, Elizabeth Brown, who chose Purple Mist, and I drew it out of the box for this. So now that is known as the Purple Mist when I sell it. So thank you for that, Elizabeth Brown, and thank you everybody else for sending in your names of what you may call it if you did it. So thank you again, I much appreciate that. So have a wonderful weekend, guys. All the best. God bless, good health, and take care. I love you loads, and thank you to all you new subscribers, you wonderful people, and I hope you enjoy the videos. Bye for now. Bye-bye. It's gone over 2 hours, guys. Oh, but I'm going to do, before I go, oh no, think of the joyous time. Before I go, I'm going to show you. Let me move that up a bit. That's droopy a little bit. That's better. There's the roses. Look at those with the white around the tips. Aren't they lovely? And then the deeper yellow in the centre on the buds, on the lemony coloured roses. And then the white buds, and then your Queen Anne's lace, and then your globe fern, your Himalayan maidenhair fern, your yellow and white astilbe, your white little daisies. Look at them. They're sweet. Your ficus, your fern as well. What we got down here? Some more astilbe, seeded astilbe. Some of this light foliage as well. Your bows. I think that needs fluffing up. I will fluff that up for the lady. Your tarrogan as well. Obviously it's same on this other side. Oh, and your berries. So again, I hope you enjoyed that, guys. Yeah, I will fluff the bows up. You know what I do with the bows, guys? Just another tip for you. When I do something for weddings, so the bows just stay in place, once I get it to the shape of that I wish and I like, and it looks good, I spray it with hairspray to keep it stiff and in that same position, so it doesn't move all day long, and it always looks fluffed up so nobody can squash it down. So there's another tip for you guys. Use a bit of hairspray to keep it fluffed, which I will do on these just before the lady comes to fetch them. So again, have a wonderful weekend, guys. All the best. I'm going to drink my coffee now. Oh my good gracious, oh my gosh, I nearly dropped it. Oh, but thank you again. Take care. I love you all. And keep subscribing and sharing to the world. And I'll see you on Monday. Bye for now. Bye.